In the magical land of football transfers, absolutely anything can happen. Literally anything. It's like a video game. Mbappe to Liverpool, Mbappe to Saudi Arabia. You name it, and we've heard it. Yet, over the last few months and even years, one whisper has grown louder and louder, racing towards reality with the unstoppable force of a freight train. Or Mbappe himself. So why not subscribe and hit that like button? When Mbappe watches, he will do the same thing for his favorite YouTube channel. Now let's get into it. The celebrity face of France and teenage champion of the world is poised to soon put on the unmistakable white jersey of Real Madrid. But will this be the dawn of a new era of dominance, like a monopoly of players for the most storied club in football history? Can Mbappe, with his blinding speed, gifted talent and hunger for glory, propel Los Blancos to the ultimate level of footballing invincibility? Can he slot in alongside the likes of Vinicius Jr. and Jude Bellingham to win back-to-back leagues and European Cups? We won't be betting against them. Imagine, if you will, the Santiago Bernabeu under a starlit Madrid sky, the air electric with anticipation as Mbappe takes to the field for the first time. His arrival could well be the final brushstroke on a masterpiece, turning Ancelotti's side into an unstoppable machine. A team not just to win titles, but to redefine greatness. They are doing a pretty good job of it already, but Mbappe, well, he is the man to take them to becoming the indisputable top club on earth. As we stand at the doorstep of this teasing possibility, the question isn't just about whether Real Madrid will win more silverware, it's whether they will create a dynasty like the one graced and guided by Cristiano Ronaldo. Mbappe is set to become the biggest name in the football world with the completion of this move. Lionel Messi and CR7 are moving to the back seat, and now it's time for the biggest talent to meet the biggest brand once again. Florentino Perez will be licking his lips. Speaking of Florentino, this Galacticos-style signing will have the president beaming. The man who brought Figo from Madrid's biggest rivals, Barca, seems to have broken the Bernabeu bank once again. Mbappe could earn between $2.71 million and $3.26 million a month in the Spanish capital. A mind-boggling amount of money that reflects his otherworldly talent and superstar status. Kylian Mbappe can etch his name into the history books of football immortality with a Ballon d'Or too. In fact, that and the Champions League, you might suggest, are the only things missing from a perfect career. With his move to Real Madrid, it would almost certainly come to pass. Surely, he is just too good not to achieve what now seems inevitable. On the other hand, the path to glory is fraught with challenges. The weight of the Real Madrid crest is heavy, the expectations monumental. Can Mbappe thrive under the brightest of spotlights, where every touch is scrutinized and every missed chance is a failure? You can bet he can. 2 World Cup final performances like the world witnessed, this man was born a star. He will thrive under the Bernabeu lights on the brightest of Champions League nights. At just 19 years of age, Kylian Mbappe became the youngest ever World Cup scorer in French history, carrying the flag of Platini, Zidane and Henry. The teenage Kylian Mbappe announced himself to the planet in a fateful last 16 bout against Argentina. The sucker punch was not a Messi goal, but a blast of Mbappe's speed, as he left the Latins behind on the surface. He steamed the whole length of the pitch to win a penalty that would turn the tie in France's favour. Days later, he would score against Croatia in the World Cup final and become immortal at the earliest of ages. For Monaco, he had already dazzled, and now he would become the unrivaled Prince of Paris. 4 years later, with many more titles under his belt, he would return to the world stage. Top scorer at the Qatar 2022 World Cup. You bet. Perhaps the best player too, but not awarded such a title for Messi romantics. Mbappe blazed a trail once again, and in a matter of minutes turned a World Cup final on its head single-handedly. The mercurial marksman bagged a volley worthy of winning any match, as well as 2 penalties to become a World Cup final hat-trick scorer. He might have had a second World Cup winner's medal before the age where most young talents barely break into the first team. A game which was lost looked like his to be won, the best performance to ever pick up a silver medal. It was Messi's day in the end, but Mbappe holds the key to the future, and such galactic individual performances like this meant he was always the perfect match for Real Madrid. Footballing royalty awaits this young Parisian. The idea of this talent mixing it up with the likes of Vinicius, Bellingham, Valverde and the rest is absolutely frightening. Madrid is set to win La Liga without even trying this season. It is unfair that they will add the world's deadliest attacker to their ranks. Now just 25, Mbappe has more goals and assists than Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo had at his age. These are the levels we're talking about here. Astronomical. Mbappe already has more European Cup goals than the likes of Salah, Drogba, Neymar and Del Piero. Legends of the game in their own right, already in the shadows of Mbappe. If the team that matches this tournament is Real Madrid, then perhaps Mbappe is the perfect fit as a player. As we dare to dream of this future, of Mbappe's lightning pace tearing through the defences of Europe, we must also ponder the magnitude of this move. Will Mbappe become the face of a new Real Madrid dynasty, a symbol of their steadfast will to win, a beginning of an era where Los Blancos do not just participate in competitions, but dominate them with an iron fist, like those of the Frenchman's boyhood hero Cristiano Ronaldo? Why not? This isn't merely a transfer, it's a statement of intent, a declaration of ambition from a club that refuses to dwell in the shadows of past triumphs. In bringing Mbappe to the Bernabeu, Florentino Perez and Real Madrid aren't just buying a player, they're investing in a miracle, a dream of footballing perfection, a future where records are not milestones, but stepping stones to greatness, symptoms of invincibility tokens along the way. When you look at the current landscape of this beautiful game across the very top level in Europe, you might suggest a lack of top quality sides. You could argue that the champions of their respective nations like Inter Milan, Paris Saint-Germain and Bayern Munich don't have quite what it takes to win the European Cup, and that for a year or two now it has been all Manchester City and Real Madrid. Yes, Arsenal and Liverpool look set to challenge in the coming years, but let's ask an honest question. Does anyone have the power to take the bull by the horns and stamp their name on a few titles? An Mbappe-led Real Madrid is that team. They would have it all. Firepower, history, presence of mind, an unbreakable mentality, and above all else, an insanely talented side. And we haven't even mentioned the Brazilian prodigy Endrick, who is also set to arrive in the summer. This talented young footballer might well serve as Mbappe's understudy up front. Madrid is a firework ready to be ignited with one of the most high-profile transfers in modern football history. CR7 won 4 Champions League titles with Madrid. Can Mbappe surpass him? In this day and age of social media and online frenzy for headline news, Mbappe to Madrid might be the most covered and viewed event in football news since Cristiano Ronaldo made the same step 15 years ago in 2009. How time flies, eh? The commercial implications of such a deal won't harm Madrid either. Think of the advertising frenzy, the Mbappe shirt sales and the online storm. The Eiffel Tower will glimmer in white lights on the night that its most valuable son moves to the neighbouring capital. Mbappe's position might change in Madrid. Los Blancos are blessed with 2 brilliant Brazilian wingers in Rodrigo and Vini Jr. The obvious free spot is in the middle. Mbappe usually works from the left flank, but the idea of more goals probably won't be something that he turns his nose up at, and is exactly what Real Madrid need. In fact, the front 3 will probably play with a freedom and fluidity that allows Mbappe to drift out to his favourite left side and Vinicius to zoom into the middle. Can you imagine the mind-boggling effect such pace and wizardry will have on defenders? Ouch. Mbappe should have another 8 to 10 seasons in him at the very top level, given the fact that he is still only in his mid-20s. He will have a crack at more Champions League titles, leagues, and don't forget a handful of European Championships and World Cups. He might have to wait for his Real Madrid debut until this September, as rumours suggest that he will spend the late summer being the poster boy of the Paris 2024 Olympic Games, trying to bring a gold medal to French football. Speaking of gold, he will also dream of returning to Paris for a night on the red carpet soon, to take what is destined to be his, a Ballon d'Or title. The sparkling gold prize given to the very few that have a football gift worthy of making them the number 1 on the planet, and Mbappe is ready for such an accolade. His marriage with Madrid will only speed up the process. You can expect the new Real talisman to be seen as the world's greatest for a number of years, perhaps fighting off his own teammates more than anybody else for that very title. Mbappe has the swagger of a man who knows he is the chosen one, and the skill, speed and all-important results to match. The man to take the Bernabeu crown and deliver more European titles to the self-proclaimed kings of Europe. The record holders haven't gone but 2 years without the trophy, and they are breathless to be reunited with Big Ears himself. After years of flirting with Kylian Mbappe, Madrid will have a new star, and the world will have a new super team, ready to rip every opponent to shreds. Goals will rain, Mbappe will reign, and fans will kneel to bow to his greatness. A legacy still just being written. Mbappe times Madrid will become one of football's greatest stories, from playing as a kid on the back streets of Paris to shining in the spotlight on the greatest football stage of them all. As we speculate, debate and dream, one thing is clear. Kylian Mbappe's potential move to Real Madrid and you subscribing to Footballers Weekly isn't just a game changer, it's a world changer. The excitement is brewing to see what this young man can do in the famous white kit of the most recognisable football club on planet Earth. Are you ready to witness footballing immortality? Tell us in the comments, and make sure to share this video with friends, family, and if you happen to know Mbappe, share it with him too so our channel can grow. Till the next Footballers Weekly video, peace.